Turn that down. I think it might be coming through too much. Okay. I've been fighting with getting my camera working. No idea what's going on with it. Chewy, I'm not talking to you. Okay? You don't need to be in the way of everything. Please, stop. Why don't you go outside? Go on. Go, go, go. I love him to death, but I swear he wants to be in my face when I'm trying to do something. Yeah. 1 second. Let me fix the lights. Pretty sure I mentioned it before, but there we go. Still a bit off, but whatever. Chewy, I'm trying to do something. Please stop. Please stop, okay? I don't know why you suddenly need attention now that I'm trying to do something. Come, sit. Calm down. I have no idea why you're so hyper. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Sorry. That's supposed to be white. This is blue. Whatever. I probably mentioned it before, but Chewy, stop! I am loving on you. You do not need to be in my face. I'm trying to do something. Calm down, okay? I think I mentioned it before. Green lights are. I did some research. Supposedly they help with migraines, and I've had a migraine for 5 years now, or is it 6? I don't know. Anyway, everybody knows that you're supposed to have self-respect, but it's like so many sayings that we know. Don't let one apple ruin the whole bunch. Everyone says they believe these things, but how many people actually live like they do? I can tell you that I think that you're the most wonderful person in the world and you deserve all the great, good, and great things. And then I'm putting my hands on you daily. My actions do not back up my words. But something that they don't tell you, even though I feel like this is something else that everybody knows, we're just not conscious about it. You can't really have self respect until you know yourself. There are very, very few people on this planet that actually take the time to get to know themselves. And I really mean that. I'm guilty on it. I'm not. Doesn't. Stop. Calm down. Just because I move, that doesn't mean jump in my face. Please calm down. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's like I was saying. Crap. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter intelligent, stupid, um, politics, religion. None of that means a damn thing. If there has ever been anything in your life that you have either done or said and you don't know why, that is proof that you don't know yourself yet. And yes, I get it. You're 16 and 17, and probably think that I'm full of shit. But keep in mind, I'm about to be 41. I never thought I'd say that. God. I'm about to turn 41, and I'm guilty of it too. I have done and said a whole lot of things that I don't know why I did. Yeah, the literal first and biggest step towards self respect is the one that most people never take. I can honestly say, with roughly 7 billion people on the planet, I would be surprised if 1% have actually done it. Could be wrong. Obviously, I don't know. I don't think I actually know more than about 10 people. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people I associate with or talk to, but there's very few people that I actually take the time to get to know to where they are a part of my life and I am a part of theirs. And honestly, I like it that way because the few people in my quote unquote circle are people that got my back and they know I've got theirs. I would rather have a small circle that I trust than a big circle filled with fakes. Um, and that accidentally ties into another good point. Garbage in, garbage out. You are who you hang with. There's a billion different ways it's said. So many people know it's true. I don't know anybody that actually lives it. I try to. Of my give or take 2,000 songs that I have, I'd say at least 60% of them are what a friend of mine referred to as conscious music. Music that actually has a message. It's actually talking about something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's talking about something real, not sex, drugs, money, and not about the things that don't matter. The music you listen to, pay attention to the lyrics. And when you listen to it and you catch those lyrics, ask yourself if that's who you want to be. Now, don't get me wrong. I know one part in the song, in so many mainstream songs, where they're talking about the money. Everybody says that they want that, but just because one good thing is in that song, something that you can say you legitimately want and would help you, what about the rest of it? It's like that old saying about don't let a bad apple ruin the whole bunch. Well, in this case, it can be the opposite. You shouldn't save a whole barrel of bad apples just to try to find the one or two good ones in there. The music you listen to, the actual friends that you let into your life. Now, I guess I need to clarify on that one. I slip up and use the word friends with people that I do not consider friends on a regular basis, and it's mainly just because I don't want to get into an extended explanation. Friends, boom, done. Explanation's over. But I don't know, 50 something people I slip up and call friends, but they actually aren't. They are somebody that I talk to. Oh, sorry about that. The four legged hairball. Yes, I found a way to call him that he doesn't realize I'm talking about it. He made it seem like there was something going on outside, and with the weather good, I have the front door open for him. Um, was I? You need to be conscious of who is actually a part of your life. Just because you talk to somebody doesn't mean they're a part of your life. You get a job, you go to work, your coworkers probably are not actually part of your life. They're people that you associate with because you're doing adult things to get things that you want. So it's the people that you actually confide in, the people that know what is really going on in your life. The people that actually know the good and the bad. If you associate with somebody and they're not aware of both the good and the bad things going on in your life, by no means saying that's a bad thing, but that's a big difference between somebody that you actually trust and is a part of your life as opposed to somebody that you associate with. One thing I've been noticing in my own life the last few months, I don't know how long it's been true, I've just been noticing it the last few months. My vocabulary is getting worse. And I fully understand it's because of the people that the people that I'm usually around. I used to be extremely articulate, able to use the right words for just about everything, and when needed, I could easily explain them. Quick side note on that subject. So many people say so many things are what makes a person intelligent. If you ask me, the true test of intelligence is being able to be understood by who you're talking to. It doesn't matter if you know every 50 syllable word, their full definitions, how to properly use them, and all this, that, and the other. If the people that you're talking to don't understand you, it's a complete and total waste of time. Now I'm back on the main subject. Self-knowledge. You have to figure out who you are, why you do the things that you do, why you say the things that you say. And then you also need to figure out who you want to be. There's an old saying I absolutely love. The only person you should be competing against is who you were yesterday. Absolutely love that. Because it's the truth. But if you take the time to self-reflect, to introspect, to understand yourself, then you take that and figure out the things that you want to fix, the things that you want to make better, the things you want to get rid of. There's a saying I came up with, I'm not sure how many years back, but 2 steps to having a better life. First, know who you are and what kind of person you are. Second, either do something about it or own that shit like a fucking boss. I don't care who you are. Nobody's perfect. And I honestly believe that if you find somebody who actually believes that there is nothing wrong with them, that they don't want to change anything about themselves, that's a fucking psychopath. I really do mean that. There might be a mental illness term that's more accurate, but I'm just going to call them a fucking psychopath. After you do your introspect and self-reflect and figure yourself out, you find the things that you don't like and you work on them. You find the things that you do like and you maintain them. I'm probably going to butcher a bit of this saying, but watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your actions. Watch your actions, because they become your habits. And watch your habits, because they become your character. About to be 41. That statement is absolutely true. And what we don't realize is the slow, slippery slope. I've heard two schools of thoughts when it comes to thoughts. There's one that says basically you need to create a separation between yourself and your thoughts. And in so doing, you can have all types of thoughts that run through your head, but because you have that separation between you and your thoughts, that allows you to be able to legitimately sit back, look at what's going through your head, and be like, why did I? What's up with that thought? I don't like that thought. No, that's not part of me. There's another one that's more along the lines of you need to actively control your thoughts, because what you think becomes who you are. I actually believe both are right. And the reason that I believe both are right is because there's different types of people in the world. There are people that can create that wall of separation between themselves and their thoughts, so they don't need to do the active pressure controlling their thoughts. But then there are people that can't get that separation, so they have to take the other path. There's probably more ideologies on it, and probably also fill the same boat of they're also true. It's just different people need to handle their problems in different ways. So you sit back, figure yourself out, figure out the things that you like, you work on keeping those, figure out the things that you don't like, you work on getting rid of those. You've got to figure it all out, otherwise you're never going to be able to do anything about it. There it is. Though there is actually an extra step in there for the things that you don't like about yourself. You have to figure out why that trait that you do not like exists. It's just like trying to get rid to pluck the weeds out of a garden. If you don't do something to take care of those roots, they're just going to keep coming back. And I know that one to be true because I knew my mom was a habitual liar, but she also knew how to back me down so that I would never really call her out. And when I consciously realized how much I was lying, especially when I didn't mean to, it took time. It took a lot of time. But I had to figure out where it came from, why I did it, and then I had to work on it. And I'm a lot better now. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling the truth 24/7. Like, there'll be plenty of times somebody asks me how I'm doing, and any variation of that question, you have the most lied to question in the world. And I get it. Nothing worth complaining about. God, that's a damn lie. There's always something to complain about, but the problem is, unless that's somebody that's a serious part of your life, they're not going to want to listen. And so you end up basically pushing people away by telling the truth. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong. Everybody has to make that choice for themselves. But I do realize and completely agree that if everybody told the truth 24/7, if nobody ever lied, I don't think the population would be half as big as it is now. But like I said, for me personally, it took some time to figure out where that came from. It was a trait that I got from my mom. And it's a trait that I'm glad I'm no longer part of. Now, back on the main subject. Once you truly know yourself, don't get me wrong, truly knowing yourself is a journey till the day you die. But the goal is to get closer every day. Whew, excuse me. Good. Once you're at the point where you really are beginning to genuinely know who you are and the type of person you are and the type of person you want to be, in my opinion, that's where self-respect truly begins. Some people think self-respect is not talking bad about yourself or not letting other people talk bad about you. Um, I talk bad about myself every day. I talk shit about who I am. I laugh at my own stupidity sometimes. Why? Thick skin. It's if you can't make fun of yourself, then I don't believe you actually know yourself. And that's not for you specifically, that's for everybody. Self respect is the confidence of knowing who and what you are. And there are very few people in the world that can shake, crack, do anything to your self image. People say nobody, it should be able, getting to the point where nobody can. There's a reason why that's not possible. Doesn't matter how much you know yourself and self confidence and blah, blah, blah. The more you let somebody into your life, the more the power that you give them to be able to hurt you. I hate how true it is. But a few years back when I was at my lowest, I had so many people talking shit about me and I just laughed at them. They didn't bother me in the slightest. But there was this girl that I fell in love with. And it was so easy for her to hurt me. I could shit talk myself. Even my close friends could shit talk me, and it was funny. When she did it, it hurt. It hurt bad. So that's the thing to be wary of. There's no such thing as the perfect defense, perfect protection. There's always a chink. There's always some way for it to go wrong. But if you truly know yourself and if you truly respect yourself, when that person that you care about puts you down, in the heat of the moment, it's going to be borderline impossible. I'm sure there are people out there that can do it. I haven't met any though. That person puts you down in the heat of the moment, it's going to hurt, no matter what. But once you're out of the heat of the moment, you'll be able to reflect on it. When they said this, that hurt me. Why did that hurt me? Why did that person say that about me? Shit. And then you reflect on, is it true? Is it not true? Is it was that true about me, or was that them projecting the problem in their own life on me? It took me a long time to realize that when she hurt me, she was projecting on me. Here I am, over 2 years later, still hurts every single day. That's the kind of thing I don't want either of you to ever have to go through. Chewy, please. Chewy, I'm loving on you. Why do you have to take it too far? Come on, work with me, okay? But so it all starts with self-discovery, learning about yourself. And then it becomes reinforcing the things that you want and working on eliminating the things that you don't. You got to surround yourself with things, entertainment, people, the whole nine, that are going to help you get to where you want to be in life. If you want to succeed, it takes dedication. And I don't mean half-assed dedication. I mean, if you want to make it big, if you want to have whatever your goal is, you need step-by-step plan to get there, and you need to make sure you surround yourself with things and people and all of that that are going to help you get there. Look up any celebrity that actually did come from nothing. Any rich person that wasn't born into money. They were hyper focused on whatever it was that they did. Like, it was a line from one of Eminem's songs. I'm gonna slightly butcher it, but I know I'm relatively close. He said something to the effect of, if he took into account all of the time that he spent putting the pen to the page, reading the dictionaries, and all of that, and put it in the figure out how much he's made over his lifetime, that it would have totaled out to minimum wage. And I get it. Uh, I don't know for certain, but I'll say he hit it big, like early mid 20s. But it's known when he was little, he read the dictionary. When he grew up, he went into rap battles, kept losing, but he kept going back. He studied the dictionary to get a better vocabulary. He put in the effort. And with the exception of the people that are born into money through one means or another, everybody that made it big took dedication. It took a lot of work. I wish I could have been there to help you when you were growing up. Some of these lessons you could have had engraved into you that. I missed all of that. So before I go down a sappy road into repeating stuff that I'm pretty sure you're sick of hearing in the videos by now, I pretty much got the point of this video across. So, Michaela, Elijah, please know I love you both more than anything. And I'm making these videos because I want you to have a better life than I ever did. I love you both.